Hello?
Hello, Jughead. This is Archie. Come over right away. It's a matter of life or death.
Oh, relax, Archie.
Attention, all true believers. Marvel Comics is on the air.
The friend of the unfortunate, enemy of criminals. In reality, Dan Garrett, a rookie patrolman, loved by everyone but suspected by none of being the Blue Beetle.
Boys and girls, your attention, please. Presenting a new exciting radio program featuring the thrilling adventures of an amazing and incredible personality. Faster than an airplane, more powerful than a locomotive, impervious to bullets.
Up in the sky, look!
It's a bird, it's a plane, it's Superman!
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Good evening. Welcome to another star-studded Thursday evening on Sketch Up. Tonight we have Granda C from Colombia. Hopefully I said that right. We also have Caleb Ady with us tonight as well, and Jyn Leanord is joining us. So don't go away. We'll be right back after this short break. Hey, welcome back, everybody. Thanks again for joining us on this Thursday evening. If you haven't yet, hit that follow button so that way we can go ahead and continue to give you wonderful shows like on Tuesdays, Kicking It with Henri, the live shopping show. That's at 7 p.m. Pacific and 10 p.m. Eastern. And if you want to get in on the free giveaways tonight, put in #EXP Comic Fan, and that will get you into the running tonight. What do we have tonight? Well, we have, first of all, my beautiful partner, Bon Park.
Hello.
How are you?
Doing good. Doing good.
Yeah. What you working on?
I'm gonna work on Electra.
Okay. And let's see, that is a 9x12, right?
Yeah, it's actually kind of an odd size. It's not exactly a number 12. Let me see. I hear feedback. Is it from me?
What's that?
I
We can measure it out.
9 by, yeah, it is 9 by 12. Wow. Yeah.
Amazing.
It is nice. Yeah.
So why did you choose Electra this time?
Well, Psylocke is really huge. And you know how you and I discuss this all the time? Electra is basically, Psylocke is basically Asian Electra. If you think about it, the three bands around her size, and I think she has in her arms, right? This is
Right.
almost exactly like Psylocke, except with a headband.
Psylocke, Psylocke looks like Electra, or it looked like maybe Jim got the idea, maybe I want to create an Asian ninja that kind of looks like Electra, and pretty much that's what it came out to be.
Yeah.
I don't know, but
I mean, I actually like Psylocke, so just kind of.
And there's a lot of Psylocks out on the if you look on the internet right now, it seems like everybody's drawing Psylocke, and you've done Psylocke a lot. It's like Psylocke is your number one character that people request for commissions.
Yeah.
So, not that we don't mind getting them, okay.
So you can kind of almost say Electra is a white version of Psylocke, right? Or red version. I don't know. I keep hearing feedback. Who is it? Well.
It might be from Jyn.
Oh, I doubt it. Jyn's pretty cool.
I don't have anything else on besides my headset.
All right. Granda.
Hey, what's up?
Buddy?
I'm doing great. You have to excuse me a little bit. I have something in my throat. I might be coughing the whole stream.
Okay.
And yeah, you say Colombia perfectly.
Fantastic. And what are you going to be drawing tonight?
I'm doing a version of Popeye.
Oh, what's that again?
What?
Yeah, I'm doing Popeye.
Oh, Popeye. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Classic
Popeye, such a
nostalgia.
classic. I grew up watching that cartoon. Gosh, I loved it.
Yeah, I also love it. Oh, how it's called here in Colombia, Popeye.
Oh, yeah, that's how they say it.
Yeah.
And what are you going to start that off at?
This one, it's gonna be a combo with another 4 pieces.
Okay.
And you want me to chop those pieces?
Yeah. All right, so
Okay.
you're going to be selling all this in a bundle.
Yeah, it's because since I live in Colombia, the shipping for just 1 piece it doesn't really add up.
Yeah.
So I think it's better for the money of anyone who get this to get the whole package, and that way he feels it's worth his
That's
money.
what you did the last time too. Yeah.
Yeah.
So we call that
the first
the
one,
Popeye package.
yeah, the Popeye one, and this is a variant cover for Aragna number 2 that came out in 2000. That's 2023. Yeah. So this is a variant cover. This one is also a variant cover for another comic that I usually do. That's called Geek Gear. This one is a kind of a homage of the 2 main characters, which is Summer and she's Ruby, the main character, as Red Sonja and Wonder Woman.
Oh, wow. Okay.
And this is another cover for Giger.
Yeah.
The main character.
Sam Johnson's
series. Exactly. And the last one is kind of an oldie one. One of the original covers of Pirouette. This is one of the first comic I did with Black Mask.
Okay.
That possibly this year we are gonna do the second volume.
Okay. And so this package deal, what is that? What do you want to start that out at?
It's gonna start at $260.
Okay. That is a sweet deal for the people over here.
Yeah,
and just so that way everybody knows, Granda, what are you gonna add for shipping on top of all that?
That's the thing. The shipping, I'm not sure how much it's gonna be because it changes all the time. But it's gonna be between $40 and $60, something like that. I don't think it's gonna be that much.
That seems to be the standard price for international shipping.
Yeah.
Between $40 and $50. Right. So okay, so we're gonna add. We'll just add that here.
Now, also we keep forgetting this, Mel, but we have to remind the viewers that when we do the giveaway, international, it's free shipping within US, but not international.
That is correct.
Yeah.
But luckily, most of our viewers are here in the United States, and there's not too many that we have that are international. There are a few that I know who they are, and so and they're pretty well aware of it because they've been with us for a while, like Steve Vendetta out in Canada.
Yeah.
Neil Makohan, also in Canada, but he's got also a U.S. address we can ship to, so that's kind of nice.
I didn't know
and
that.
K-Pop Junkie, yes, that was Geek Girl that you just saw. That's part of that package deal that Granda has put together. You're going to get those 4 pieces, variant covers, plus the Popeye that he's drawing. Starting bid on all that is $260. Really cheap for all those pieces. So it's almost like you're paying about like 50-something bucks for each piece at $260. Right? So if somebody wanted to, they could bring those here and make money, or you sell one and you get your money back. All right, and we also tonight we have Caleb Ady. Have I said your name right?
Yeah, the first one, Ady. That's
Ady.
how
Okay,
it's pronounced.
so Caleb Ady. Okay, there you go. And we're fortunate to have Caleb here. He is the winner of the Spawnuary villains category. Is that correct?
Yeah. I did it was a Redeemer, and ended up winning that category, even though there's like 4 slots for winners, but there's like 3,000, I think.
Wow.
Nice. So How was that for you? Did you knew right away that as soon as you saw it, you wanted to enter that
Oh yeah,
contest?
because I figure it's like, I mean, I might not I might not win, but it'll be nice just to try and see if I can
Very
do it.
good. Yeah. Sometimes you don't have to win to
Yeah.
get some notoriety, and anything that you can get is always going to be worthwhile.
Oh yeah. It definitely helped me out with my publicity and all that. And it was a lot of fun to draw.
Do you like drawing big? Because I already see what you're drawing. It's already big. It looks like 11 by 17.
Yeah, I almost always draw an 11 by 17 because I do so many like comic book covers or pages where it's the same ratio. So all I gotta do is scale it down, and I don't have to mess with it at all.
Nice. You know what's really cool? I just realized you're really traditional. Like,
Oh, yeah, I
are
tried
you?
to do digital, but it's I just love drawing by hand with paints and inks.
And CVB writes, might have to go full wimpy mode to get Granda's art. Can I pay you on Tuesday for a piece of art today? Late night attempt at Popeye humor. Famous Popeye lines there, bringing back the memories.
I have to take advantage that the character is now in public domain.
That's right. And it's amazing because in this century, we're going to see a lot of characters come into public domain. And it's kind of like interesting to see, like what's going to happen with those characters and the people that own them, or the that have the rights to them and stuff. Like Mickey Mouse. Mickey Mouse is out there now. So trying to tell us, so you just had a Kickstarter, or the last one you had was on your Arachna series, right?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it just finished the one that is the, how do you say, the compilation of the first three issues, the first trilogy, for the people that have missed out.
Compilation. So the first, did you put it out in a compiled graphic novel, or is that what
No,
you mean?
it's just for the people that actually I don't know. I think no. It's just the single issues, but for the people that maybe miss out in the original Kickstarter, so they can catch up, because now we're working in the next trilogy, and we are going to start doing. Actually, have already started the fourth issue, and the campaign must be up maybe next month. But we got a lot of people asking for the first one, so we had to reprint that one.
Right. Yeah. Okay. And the art looks amazing. If you go to the Kickstarter, Arachna, the complete trilogy, you'll see all three covers on there. Very, very, very nicely done. So be sure to check that out. So can you tell us a little bit about what the series is about?
Yeah, Arachna is, how can we say it? The writer is called Asif Iqbal. He was in love with the comics in the 90s, so he wanted to create a comic that was just fun and really remind him of what he used to read comics.
Yeah.
And he decided to do one that is a little bit of an homage to one of his favorite characters, that is Spider-Man, but he wanted to do it with a little bit of twist. Usually superheroes have a secret identity, and people doesn't know who is the how do you say, the alter ego of the
their secret identity.
Yeah. So the twist is that she has an alter ego, but she doesn't know that she's a superhero, so she doesn't know what she's doing in the night. She has a personality.
So she just kind of has a memory lapse, and so
yeah.
Wow. Okay. So, and does that affect her character, through the day? I mean, does she feel like tired? Is there anything going on that makes her wonder about why she's feeling or acting a certain way during the day?
At the beginning, yes, but after a little bit, she's aware of Arachna, and now the conundrum, the problem is that she doesn't want Arachna to exist, but she's there, and she doesn't have any power over her, so she has to deal with the aftermath of everything that Arachna does.
Okay, interesting. So, what exactly is Arachna? Is she then a split personality, or?
That's the thing. This trilogy that we are starting right now is going to answer all the questions that was left behind
Okay.
in the fifth one.
Okay.
It's going to be revealed the origin of Arachna, how she got her powers, and why she has a split personality.
Okay. Okay. Very interesting. All right.
So
So, if you
I
guys
can
want to
tell.
check that out, can they still get this? Let's see. Yeah, it looks like they can still order this on your Kickstarter, right?
Yeah, I think now the Kickstarter just change the model. You can just get the book even if the campaign is done. That's great.
Oh, fantastic. All right. Yeah. You guys get a chance to check that out and see what that's about and get ready for the next story arc where it seems like we're going to be getting like an origin story. And Caleb, you had a Kickstarter too that also ended not too long ago. Yes.
Yes, I did.
And can you tell us what that's about and how that came up to be?
So it's about it's a comic book called Aruku Akumu. It's like a black and white horror samurai story, kind of similar to like, the way that Hellboy is fashioned, where it's a collection of short stories. This is the first one where it's going to be about like the origin of this guy and how the story kind of starts. But we had a Kickstarter back in it was October and November, and it was pretty successful. And right now we're printing everything and getting it ready for all the pledges.
Mm-hmm.
Because it was our first Kickstarter, so we had no idea what we were doing.
No idea, but I'm kind of like I looked at it over earlier. You had some really cool artists do the covers, like Jason Alexander, Alan Quad, some pretty big names that you got there.
Oh yeah,
pretty interesting to see. A very very good collection of artists actually.
Yeah, I'm not sure how we got them, but we did.
Yeah, they're not cheap either.
No, they're not.
So hopefully that works out for you. So and you said you're going to be doing another issue on this.
Yeah, we plan on doing more like after this one. We're working on the script for issue 2. And then we got like the idea for issue 3. So we definitely want to keep on going with this storyline.
Okay. And you're doing this with Victoria.
Yeah, we did the first one with Victoria. Yeah, we did.
Oh, okay. That was nice to see that there. And she was also sent her congrats because she was happy to see you coming on the show. And it was just a matter of time until we had like a proper opening that we could get you on that would be worthwhile. So we're glad to have you on.
Yeah, thank you for having me.
Oh yeah, no problem, man. So how is the when we first met you, it was at where was that? That was that was Fan Expo Denver.
Yeah.
And you were doing the comic explosion, and you were trying to figure out like what you were going to do for that.
Oh yeah.
And and you came out with Spawnuary. We couldn't stick around. We had like some other things to do, but how did that come out for you there?
It went pretty good. I used a lot of paints that I don't know how to use. They were kind of real jank, but
yeah,
it went all right. Like I was more like because I was working right next to Bosch. Yeah. And,
there were some really good artists in that round.
Yeah, I was very nervous.
Dude, I was watching you, and actually I saw up to the point where you're actually done. And after you're done, I wasn't there for the auction. I had to leave. But you were freaking awesome. And what people don't know at that time, the lighting was total crap. Like, it was super crap, right, Caleb? Isn't it like really dark? Yeah. And then
But yeah, go ahead, Mog.
oh, and I remember I was just teasing Caleb nonstop, right? I just like kept on distracting him because for me as a bystander, no big deal. But man, I did Comic Explosion now 3 times, no, twice. And Caleb, I'm so sorry. I am so sorry. I have so much respect, and it's super hard.
Oh, it's all good.
I'm like, every time I do Comic Explosion now, I think about your face, and I'm like, oh god, I was so razzing on this guy so much. I felt so bad. So I'm sorry.
No, it's
It's
all
really
good.
hard. It's really, really hard because the pressure, because you have to think about you have to do it in 1 hour, and then you're with all this unfamiliar like paint, and it doesn't
Oh,
react the way you want. And then you're working with like these brushes. Did you work with the brushes they gave you, or you had your own brush?
my brushes didn't take to the canvas very well,
Right? Yeah.
so I had to do what they gave me, and it was like I don't know. I my girlfriend ended up winning the auction, so she's got it like at her place. So I see it all the time, and it's like I could do so much better.
Oh, that hurts.
That's
Oh,
interesting because as you were working on that
I
piece,
thought it
right,
was awesome.
there was several people that were coming up to me and asking me, "Hey, Mel, do you know who that is?" You know,
Yeah.
and they were telling me like how much they liked where you were going with the piece, and they were just like interested.
Oh yeah.
Um,
I think that's
so I was
really
going,
hard
wow,
for them.
okay.
Yeah.
And that's why I was like so reluctant to leave because I thought there was going to be like a bidding war over your the piece that you're working on, which was a Spawn
Yeah.
piece. And these guys were just like going, "Wow, I really like that style. I like where he's
They
going with
were
that."
they were like
Yeah.
drooling over the piece, you know. So
Oh, I
anyway,
So
was yeah, I was so
for
caught up in the artwork and like what was going on. I did not hear any of that at all.
yeah, I saw your face when you were actually on it. You were like not even there.
Oh,
Your
dude,
whole body was like on the paper.
yeah,
You have
yeah.
is that a common thing? Do you do that where you can concentrate like that, like everything just like fades away and you just like on it like that? Or under extreme pressure you were like that? Because I can do that when it's under extreme pressure. I found myself doing that, but
Oh yeah, like I've done those like time lapses for my pieces, and I noticed that like my head gets in the way of some of them because I get into the piece so much.
yeah,
And so yeah,
interesting. But man, all I remember is like every time I'm about to do comedy explosion, like I literally like the whole body inside. The people can't see it from outside, but I'm shaking inside, right?
yeah,
And the last advice my husband here told me, he said, Mom, don't focus on trying to be the best. Forget it. It's a losing battle. Just focus on not being the last.
that's a
Don't
good
be that
one.
guy. Don't be the last guy. Just be better than that guy, okay? Okay, thank you.
because how are you going to compete with some of those guys that are there? You
Just
know,
don't be last.
Oh, I have no idea, man.
how do you
Like,
compete? You can't.
So,
Not yet,
so what do you like?
anyway.
Did Vicky tell you the same? Like, yo, like, did she help you? Is there any words that resonated to you that kind of like calmed you down a bit? You remember?
oh shoot, because it's been a while. Because like basically all that was being told me is like just draw Spawn, just focus on that.
Yeah, yeah, because you don't want it to go to your head and or anything like that. But yeah, anyway, for everybody that doesn't know, Comic Explosion is an event that they've been having at the Fan Expo shows, where they will gather about like 6 artists, and they will have them paint for an hour on an 18 by 24. They provide the paint and the brushes, so you use what they have, And at the end of that 1 hour, all the pieces go on display, and everybody gets a chance to bid on those pieces and take it home. And they give everybody 1 hour to do that. Okay, so at the end of that 1 hour, you pay the artist directly, and you get to take that piece home. And so far, it's an event that's been doing really well at the shows. Every piece that has been done has sold. And so that kind of gives you the caliber of artists that they have there. And they will have them at every level. So I've seen pieces go for over 1,000. I saw David Mack. He did a piece, and it took him like 5 or 10 minutes to do, and it went for $500. And that's one of the fastest. I didn't even see him work on it. I got there, I think, like 11 minutes, and he was already done while everybody was like just getting started. And then you can see Jay Lee, very meticulous about how he does his work. Did a really nice piece of Batman and Catwoman in his style, which would normally go for maybe about 3,000, at least 3,000, if not 5,000. But it went for like $1,200. But it's nice to see the traditional artists in action. You get to see how they work and how what kind of styles that they can provide there. And for some people, it's new, even though they might have been, they're very, very popular, but they may struggle because it's not a medium that they're used to working in. Yeah, David Mack, he's a freaking speed demon. If you see him, it's amazing how he paints so well. He knows the material so well and knows how to use it. Yeah, my medium is crayons. It's more like colored pencils, Stevie. I'm more into the wax. Yeah. All right. Before we go on our first break, I want to make sure that we don't forget Jyn, because she is the other guest artist that we have on this show. How are you doing, Jyn?
Doing good.
All right. And it's is it Black Widow that you're working on, or is that?
It's Catwoman.
Oh, Catwoman. Okay. Catwoman, and the starting bid on that is for this color piece, 200 on a. It's a 11 by 17, was it?
It's 11 by 14.
11 by 14. Okay, there you go. So if you want to place a bid on that, you can do so in the comments, and that will get you started. Okay. And on that note, we will take a short break, and we will be right back after this commercial break.
FOC, a comic industry term for the final day a new comic can be ordered by a local comic shop. So what does that mean to you? Well, it's your last chance to order a new comic book from your local comic shop. Order up! The FOC show will go over every book that's about to be cut off every Friday afternoon.
I'm going to highlight some of the stuff that I think is really worth paying attention to,
so that you can put in an order at your LCS for as many copies or as many variant covers as you want.
Sometimes the store needs to know to up their orders.
Never miss out on a popular comic again. Order up, part of the experience. Live from New York. What? Oh, sorry. Live from Cleveland? It's Friday night? It's Friday Night Live! With Nancy McCann. And Ricky. And sometimes Carlos. And featuring boxes and boxes of rare comics. Unique collectibles. Lots of smiles and conversations with new friends. Friday Night Live with Comics Unlimited. Friday night from 9 to 11 on The Experience.
According to a statistic that I just made up, People spend 4 hours a day changing the television channel. People who watch The Experience don't do that. Save yourself a ton of time by tuning into The Experience and enjoying our new original programming 7 days a week. And then tell your friends. Think about the money they could save on batteries in the remote alone just by tuning into The Experience. Find out more by scanning the QR code below.
Hey, everybody. Thanks again for joining us on this Thursday evening. Don't forget to hit that follow button, and so that way we can continue to give you wonderful shows every day of the week, like Nick Barucci's The Original Art Show every Fridays at 7 p.m. And don't forget to put in #EXP Comic Fan. That'll get you into the running for the free giveaways that we're going to be doing later on after our next break. So, Jen is working on Catwoman. We are looking for an opening bid of $200 on that. It's 11 by 14. Caleb is working on Magic on 11 by 17, looking for an opening bid of 100. Mog is working on Elektra on a 9 by 12. Opening bid on that is 65. Feel free to take it to 69 if you want. And Granda is working on Popeye, but bidding on that is starting at 260, which will include 4 additional variant covers that he's done. There's a Geek Girl for on that one.
Wow.
And this is the let's see, what was this? Wonder Woman and
Red Sonja.
Okay, Red Sonja. There you go. And the Arachna one, that's a really nice one. I like that one. Okay.
That's an homage to Milo Manara.
Yeah. And then this one was, what was the last one again?
This is Pirouette.
Okay, there you go. All that for $260. Okay. Shipping will be added, but it'll be between $40 to $50. It is international shipping. Right, but you're still getting a great deal, and it's going to break down to about $60 with shipping a piece for those. You know, they're very, very reasonable. In fact, probably that's going to be the steal of the deal for tonight. If you want to bid on that, you can go ahead.
And I have another piece.
Oh, okay.
Wow.
But that's part of the package. No, that's not.
No, this is another piece apart.
Okay, and that's a piece you're selling as well?
Yeah. This is 14 by
14. Did we lose you, Granda?
All right. Yeah. No. Yeah. This is another piece that I'm selling for anyone that is interested. It is 14 inches by 19.
Okay.
And is an homage to Horror Queens of the Screen. It got
that's looking really nice.
10 characters in total. There is, I forgot, Lily Monster, Vampira, Elvira, Morticia, Vampirella, but the movie version, not the comic version, Bride of Frankenstein, Satanico Pandemonico. This is, I forgot his name.
That's a nice
name.
One. Nice And what are you asking for that?
And there's also Emily from The Ghost Bride and the Leech Woman from Puppet Master.
Nice. And what are you asking for it, Granda?
300.
300. There you go. That's again, that's a more than fair price for that piece. So if you want that, you can go ahead and claim that in the comments. 300, and that will get that piece to you. That's a very nice homage to the Horror Queens. Okay, and there you have it. Those are everything that we have on the auction block there. Yeah, the Catwoman is looking amazing. Oh yeah, that's right. That's right. You got that last one from him, Mike. Yeah, and you scored pretty big on that one too. That was another nice package deal. Feel free to pick this one up too. Bad day for the stock market. Nosedive with all the great art here tonight. Yeah, that's not the only thing that's going down, but yeah.
So, Caleb, you said
Yeah.
that your Kickstarter is about a samurai. What was it again? Like
Samurai horror story.
samurai
Right.
horror. So it's in the actual samurai period, the historic, or
It's like a historical fiction. Is that what you asked?
yeah, is it?
So it's like there's like a certain point in time in like the samurai history where it's like, or at least in northern Japan, where there's not a lot of documented history,
Yeah.
and so that's kind of where our story's taking place. So we can have both historical accuracies and kind of do whatever we want.
Oh, did you?
This is in the early part of the samurais.
Yeah,
Because that's when
very
they didn't have it documented very well.
Yeah, because like it's in the northern part, very early, like kind of towards the beginning of the Way of the Sword.
Yeah.
And then there's an interesting part where it's like northern Japan is pretty close to Russia, and that there's like a lot of stuff. Like there's like I forget what they're called, but there's like a people there that like they're really hairy. That was like one of the big things about them.
Ainu? You mean the Ainu?
Yeah.
No. Yeah.
Yeah, that's one of the people I believe, and that's like we're going to be exploring that with our story too.
You know, do you find? Would you say you're a detailed kind of artist, or more on the not detailed artist?
I like detail.
Yeah.
But I don't like drawing. Like I mean, I don't like drawing cars and like super detailed stuff. I like making up my own details. If that makes sense.
Yeah. Yeah. Me too. So when you were doing the samurai, was it driving you mad with all the armors and the horses and everything like that?
Yeah, with all
Yeah.
the layers. Yeah, there's a lot of detail, but I ended up making there was like I love using the brush pen because it helps me make the layers of the armor so much easier.
But if you had a choice, right? If I tell you right now, okay, dude, you have a choice: drawing medieval, say France, medieval armor type of a story, or Japanese samurai story. Which one would you go for?
The France armor.
Yeah. Yes, me too. Me too, man. Screw the freaking because when I was doing a lot of samurai armors, I still do because I get requested a lot. And you know how their armors are overlap each other? The armor is not like one solid thing, right? It's like what do you call those?
And it's got the little ropes
leaflets
or little pieces of
It's
string that
layers.
sit together.
Yeah, it's all like string together. It's all literally like string together, layers and layers of that leaf kind of whatever armor type of thing. It's like insane. It's like, oh my god. Yeah.
And then the helmet's all like weird. It's got that little thing that's like the chin strap almost, but it goes down into the upper chest, so then it's like color. It's
Oh god, it's so much. And then, do you like drawing nature stuff, like trees and blades of grass? Or do you find it really-
I love doing that. That's a
That
lot
was
of fun,
okay?
honestly.
Yeah. Gosh.
Even though it
I can
is
only-
very time consuming.
It is. I can only imagine, like, especially, and then you're doing horror. So, are there actually like a supernatural type of element to the story?
Oh yeah,
Okay.
because like there's a whole thing with like a demon and such, and like will-o-wisps and all that.
Nice. So you actually, is that where you have fun? Like, okay, I can draw it only. Yes.
Oh, I got to
You
draw
do.
so many skulls. It was so
Oh
fun.
my god. You actually enjoy drawing the skeletons? You drove me nuts once. I had to draw so much skulls. And I was like, oh God, kill me. But you like this? Did you like it?
I mean, it's I like drawing the skull, but like doing the rib cage and everything, that's the part where it's like this is a little bit.
Yeah. Oh my God.
How about you, Jyn? Do you like drawing skulls?
Not really.
That's fair. That's very fair.
Very time consuming.
Yeah. Jesus. Oh.
Like when I've
The reason
drawn,
why
I love drawing skulls, though.
I don't know, man. Yeah.
I've just drawn so many skulls; they're kind of easy for me to do now.
Oh God. Yeah.
Granda, what about you? Do you like drawing detail?
I do, and it is a big problem, to be honest. I always overdo it. What I really like to do is drawing crowd scenes,
Yeah.
and I love to put little Easter eggs in the background for people to find out.
Oh, so you make it fun.
Yeah, and even now I'm starting a project that this year we celebrated 100 years of Colombian comics.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I was democratically selected to do a poster with every single Colombian comic character.
Oh my God.
I wanted to do something similar to what George Perez did.
George Perez? Okay,
How
yeah.
size?
All right.
How big was that piece?
Yeah.
Was it
How big
very?
was
Yeah, how big was that, to be honest? But yeah, I really love drawing detail. But it's a bit of a problem because most of the time it's just, how you say, delays every time I want to do a creator-owned comics, because I can only do it in my spare time, and it takes me to do one page maybe a week, and there is no way to do it like that.
In 1 week?
1 week.
Yeah, because I can only work maybe a couple of hours each day in my own projects, so they always get delayed.
Yeah. The story of my life. Yeah. So, my God.
Yeah, but we're trying to fix that now.
What were you gonna say, Caleb? Like for you, what?
I don't remember.
You said 1 week, and you said ooh.
Oh yeah, no, it's just
for
1
me,
week per page. Yeah, that's ooh.
Do you like doing the sequential pages?
Oh, I love doing sequentials.
Wow. More than doing covers? 'Cause you know how a lot of people like doing covers.
I like doing both a lot, but I think I'm not entirely certain which one I'm better at.
Wait a second. So the story is written by somebody else, right?
Yes.
And you get along with the writers?
Oh yeah.
Who's more in charge, the writer or you?
So we kind of co-created this thing. So then we're both
okay.
I mean, I get the final say when it comes to the art stuff, but he's also he's kind of an old head when it comes to comic books, so he knows a lot more about comic books than I do.
Yeah.
I don't have much time to read comic books anymore, so I just trust him when it comes to page flow and all that. But no, we work real well together because it's just we just both love doing this comic book. We both love samurais, and it just kind of works.
Interesting.
That's kind of ironic, isn't it? Almost everyone I have talked to that really likes comics, by the time they finally get to work in comics, they give away all the time they used to read comics. So they work now, but they don't have time to actually enjoy comics anymore.
Yeah.
Well, I don't even have time to read the comic books that I'm drawing for. So
yeah.
I'm not even an artist, and I still have this. I have the same problem. I go out there and I pick up comics, right, every week, and I think I'm going to read it, but I have a hard time doing that myself. And then by the time I get back to it, I forgot where I left off. So yeah, it's hard. It's like they say, if you love something and you want to be in that business of what you love, they tell you to be careful because it doesn't become as fun as it was before. You know what I mean? And
Yeah.
I think when I was doing this like really, really full time, yeah, it wasn't fun. There was still some love with it that I was staying around. But now in this phase that I'm at now, where I've had like so many decades in this business, I'm having more fun now, and still working in it. Whereas before it was before getting to be a chore, but it's a little more relaxed now. I've got my pacing right, so I can kind of like enjoy it. But I still don't have time to read comics.
Yeah. You know, Caleb, I've done like so far quite a bit of comics now. Surprising if I think about it, and I haven't even read one.
Oh shit!
You know, I mean,
She
I just
has.
I get the script, so I get the script and I draw it out. So I'm like, I don't need to read it. That's my opinion. But
Yeah, I think I was able to, like, once I got the actual sample of our comic book, the samurai one. That's when I actually like read it front to back for the first
oh,
time.
okay.
And it's like, oh, that's how it turned out. Oh, cool.
Oh, okay, nice. So do you have a separate colors, or do you color it yourself?
So for the colors, is that what?
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
it's supposed to be an homage to the black and white
Yeah, so
samurai.
it's black and white Mog.
Oh, it's black
So
and
it's,
white. Nice.
yeah, so it makes it very easy on me. I don't have to worry about a colorist or anything.
Oh,
Yeah.
cool. Yeah. I think Alpha Real says, "Hi guys, I'm new to the show. Stream, are these work of art for sale?" Yeah, it is for sale.
Okay, yeah, and on that we'll go around and see where everybody's at and review where everything is at right now. Starting with you, Mark. Let's see your Electra
Oh
piece.
man.
Okay. So this is a 9x12 Electra that Mog is
Mhm.
working on.
Yeah.
It is starting
Handsome.
bid. We're still looking for an opening bid of $65. If you want to place a bid on that, just go ahead and do so in the comments. You can just say Electra and then your bid. And then if you do happen to be a winner of anything tonight, make sure you fill out the form, which will come into the comments later this evening. That's how we know how to get everything to everybody at the right places. Okay. So yeah, Electra looking for an opening bid of 65. And next we have Granda, who's working on Popeye. And with this Popeye, wow. With this Popeye, it comes with 4 additional pieces. Here's number 1. And the starting, we're looking for an opening bid of 260. And that's the cover for Arachna. And this is a homage with Red Sonja and Wonder Woman. And a cover from Geek Girl from Sam Johnson series. So you get all that plus the Popeye if you are the high bidder. And we are looking for an opening bid of 260. And that does not include shipping. And shipping is international, which will be anywhere from 40 to 50. And that is the steal of the deal tonight. If you are looking to get on that, just go ahead and just put Popeye and then your bid. And if you are the winner, you will get all that. And then next we have Caleb, who is working on Magic on 11x17. He's looking for an opening bid of $100 on that. Can we get a closer look up on that, Caleb?
Yeah. This.
Oh yeah, there you go.
That's dope, man.
Thank you. I plan on using halftones and ink splatter here in a second.
Okay, there you go. He's going to bring it alive. Looking
It
for
has
an
that
open
red
bid of
bow.
100. This is Caleb's first time on the show. So, and we are happy to have him.
I'm happy to be here. Thank you.
Fantastic. And then next we have our fan favorite, Jyn Leanord, who's coming in with a Catwoman, colored. Caleb's is 11 by 17, Ilya. 11 by 17 for that piece. And Jyn's is 11 by 14, was it?
Yes.
Okay, there you go. 11 by 14, and this colored piece is looking for an opening bid of 200. And thanks, Chris. We have a bid on the Magic for 100. Thank you for that.
Thank you, Chris.
And you can see where Jyn is going on with this. She's going to fill that up a bit there.
There will be a full background on this.
Oh, yep. You can see that happening. Got the cat ears on top, getting ready to be worked on in that. And your coloring is coming out really well on this piece. And there we go. We have a bid on Catwoman from the Lieutenant. 200.
Good
Thank
job,
you very
Lieutenant.
much for that.
Good job.
Thank you.
Okay. And if you want to play, anybody else wants to place a bid, just go ahead and do so in the comments. And don't forget to put in #EXP Comic Fan to get you into running for the free giveaways tonight. And also don't forget to hit that follow button. So that way we can go ahead and bring you more wonderful content like Nick Bruce's original art show every Friday nights at 7 p.m. Thank you, Lieutenant. Places a bid on Magic for 150. Caleb is in the running now. And we are looking for an opening bid on Granda. 260 for all that he has. They're offering 5 11 by 17s for 260, and then we're looking for an opening bid of 65 on her Electra. Okay. All right. Caleb, are you self-taught, or how did you come about?
So, yeah, I went to community college there for a few classes on illustration and concept design, but that was just like maybe 2 or 3 classes. Most of like the techniques that like you're seeing here, it's mostly me stealing from like Jason Sean Alexander or Jay Lee on like brushing techniques and stuff.
I do see the JV in there.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not trying to like steal everything from them, but I definitely got extremely inspired by their techniques. And
definitely. All artists are like that. We all have our their admirations, and we try to copy a little bit of their style, at least to kind of like understand it. And we'll take a little bit from somebody else, and a little bit here, a little bit there, and then eventually you come up with your own that's you, and that's how a lot of these guys get started.
Yeah, and it's like I still do that with like I'm trying to study older artists. Like one of my favorite Italian artists is Jean, probably butchering his name, Jean Delville, and he's just like Italian Renaissance style, and he's the type of guy I'm trying to take inspiration from for how he does it, and because I do all sorts of mediums. And how I figured out those mediums was just by screwing around with them until I figured it out. I don't know the formal way of doing any of these mediums, really.
No worries. Because Granda is also self-taught.
Yeah.
Ooh. And now, do you don't feel like it's important for someone now to go to get trained in school, or do you have a regret of not going and taking formal classes?
That's for me?
Yeah.
Well, to be honest, I think my mentality is a little bit different because where I live, when I started doing comics, uh, well, there was no one else that was doing it here, and you cannot go to any place to take a class on comics here. You can go obviously to take classes and traditional art, maybe painting, something like that, and maybe how do you say that, real life anatomy, things like that, but nothing similar to this. So
Not for
now,
like comics.
no, not at all. And I know, for instance, in the States, I know there are a couple of universities that have degrees related to comics, right?
Yes.
There is nothing like that here in Colombia.
Okay.
And now I kind of think that it's kind of a bit pointless because you can learn everything with when I started with books, but now everything is in YouTube. So
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know how many editors are looking at your degree to say if you can actually do something.
You're right. I mean, I can tell you, like from in the 80s and the 90s, right? It seemed like there really wasn't enough artists. Now, today, there's like an abundance of artists that are creating comic books or something in the similar medium. Now, uh, reading your bio in 2006, you founded the Salon Nacional de Comic Colombiano, which is the national comic and manga. Uh,
Yeah.
is that something that you're still doing? And how did that? What was your motivation for that?
Well, that's no longer going. I had to finish it because for the most part, it depended a lot with how do you say, it was state funded,
Uh-huh.
and it was a struggle every time the administration changed. I had to go over and pitch the same thing over and over again. It lasted almost 18 years,
Uh-huh.
and I just had enough with that because it was just too much hustle to deal with the government. But I found another one that's very similar, but it's not funded by the government. It is called FICO. The is, how do you say, Festival Independiente Comic Colombiano. It's the Independent Comic Festival, something like that.
Okay.
And it's completely independent, doesn't need money from the government. It's completely funded by us with, how do you say that? Regular industries and things like that.
Okay.
And my motivation behind that, it was because I really like comics, but there was nothing where you can actually do comics, showcase comics, and I noticed that a lot of people really like comic and art and manga when it started coming here in Colombia, because here in Colombia, look, what it was manga and anime, it started coming before in the States.
Uh-huh.
And a lot of people wanted to do it, but there was no place to showcase it. So I started that with a friend, and it was tied to the book fair of our city.
Okay.
And it was a good place for people to learn about comics and show what they have, what they were doing. And we do a couple of workshops and things like that.
Okay. And how often do you guys get together?
Well, right now, not much, because after the pandemic, I became a little bit of a hermit.
Okay. I think we all did.
Yeah.
Did you like it?
But
Did you like it?
yeah, I actually really love this life, not interacting with almost anyone and doing everything online.
Yeah. Same. That's funny because I was telling Mog earlier today, we were talking about something, and she's saying, well, you can just go out and get it. And I just thought, man, these days I just don't feel like going out. I just want to stay here, and it makes it kind of convenient because now you can order so many things online, So I'm going, man, I'm ordering like ketchup online from Walmart because I don't want to go out, And they make it easy because if you order a certain amount, it's free shipping.
I'm ordering things from Amazon, and I live in Colombia, and it's easy for me to get things from Amazon that going up to the city and buy things there.
Yeah, it's almost like every other week, or sometimes it feels like every week I'm ordering something from Amazon too.
But after a while, if you stay away from people and then suddenly you meet them, aren't you kind of like, oh, I'm scared? Like, I feel kind of, you have to like think about it. How do I act normal? Do you do that? Or
Yes, something happened to me. It was last year, maybe in the middle of last year, that I was here in my study. I live away from a city. The nearest city to my place is about 2 hours, something like that. My closest neighborhood is about, how do you say, maybe 700 yards away, something like that. And my wife went on a trip, and it was a long trip, almost 3 weeks. So I stay here in my house alone, and I had to do one of those meetings for this comic group. And they started in the meeting. I joined the meeting, and everyone was waiting for me to talk. And I just realized, fuck, I forgot how to talk.
yeah, you know what? That's actually one of the bad thing I noticed being so alone is away from people. Is like the social skills, you kind of lose it. And the second one is you have to be careful because you only play with yourself, so you end up becoming a bit like ego-centered when it comes to your work. I noticed.
Yeah.
I'm not talking about just myself, just talking in general. This is what I noticed. So you end up, because there's nothing like comparison or talking or sharing ideas with other artists, you end up being in a trap thinking I'm the best, and then they don't really change. They end up like staying in that mold, and that's the scary thing for me. But what about you? Are you scared of that happening, or what's happening?
I don't know, to be honest. I'm also getting. I'm not that old, but I'm getting to that point that I believe that I'm old, and I really don't keep that much about what people think of me or what happens. As long as I'm doing something that I'm happy, I really don't worry that much about anything.
Yeah, I guess I am old.
Then my question is, sometimes like, how do you deal with rage as an artist? Because
Rage?
I like, you know how we have the basic emotion, you get sadness, rage, and excitement, right? So
Yeah.
sometimes when you have so much rage, like for me, I can't even do the art. Like I'm like shaking with rage. Like what do you do besides all the bad stuff? Like do you have a method on dealing with
No.
rage?
To be honest, I'm really a very mellow guy. I don't get enraged by anything. I'm very peaceful. very, very tend, to be honest. I told you, yeah, there is something I used to practice here in Colombia. It's called importacurismo. You don't care about anything. And it's kind of like that. You just, like I told you, I got a good house, I got my cats, I got my wife. I don't worry about anything else. So I really don't get mad at all.
Huh.
How about you, Jyn?
like,
do you still go out and do a lot of shopping, or are you ordering a lot of things online?
My husband still goes out every day, so I just give him a list.
Wow.
Well, if you have a personal shopper, that's something different.
What about Jyn? What about the duck? When it comes to duck, are you gonna just order online? Like, what are you gonna do?
Well, there's a website that I was going to get one off of that's a farm that's not too far from where we live. I'm not sure if we're going to do the duck now or not, though.
I keep looking.
We want to, but yeah, we want to. It's just there's going to be a lot involved that we're just not really like ready for right this minute. So,
okay,
yeah,
it's all right. Just next time, you let me know, okay?
Yeah, I'm trying to talk Ryan into let me get a cockatiel next because we've had one before and I really liked it. So
cockatiels are nice. What kind of
Yeah.
cockatiel would you get though?
It's I don't know, just a female cockatiel. We got her at a bird show that they had. She had been hand raised and was born in some lady's. Let's put it this way: the lady was worried the eggs were going to hatch, and so she had a trip she had to be on. So she stuck the eggs in her bra. The bird was very, very tame.
Oh my god.
Caleb, do you have any pets?
No, I don't have enough room for one. But my girlfriend made me into a cat person, so that's what I'd probably have if I did have one.
Yeah, Mog and I are dog people, but tend to be seeing a lot of cats these days in her drawings.
They make great subjects. Cats. I just love animals. That's my favorite.
Well, cats are the best. So
How many do you have, Brenda?
I have 12.
12 cats?
Well,
Yeah.
How do you not? How do you keep your artwork safe from them?
Oh, you can't.
oh god. Oh
You have to keep
no.
everything in drawers. If you forgot something, they will get to it.
So, like, how about you guys? Like, besides Granda, who's like already evolved person, like, how about you guys? Like, when it comes to when you were doing art, did you do art because you were trying to channel the emotion, or you were just kind of like, I want to check out from the world and just do my own thing? Like, was it
You
like
know,
that?
let me intervene a little bit. I think that the reason I'm like that because I would try to promote comics here in Colombia. That's an uphill battle. It's almost impossible to create comics here in Colombia and actually live out of that. And I deal with the government trying to get funding for my event for almost 20 years. That's what made me send to deal with all the bureaucracy.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I can see that. We're kind of having a spell of that here in the States ourselves, but it's a little hard to ignore.
Yeah.
Is that right, Ilya? You have 10 geese? Oh, that's a good one. You'll never run out of that many cats if they have 9 lives each. Oh yeah, they can last forever at that point.
So yeah. Anyway,
I'm still.
no one's answering this question, so I'll just target each person. Jyn, how do you deal with rage then?
Rage?
Yeah. You put in your details.
Usually, I just lock myself in my office when I'm that angry. Put the phone up somewhere so I don't accidentally tell somebody that something I shouldn't.
Okay. Wow. All right. What about you, Caleb? Do you just put more blacks in the drawing? Like, what do you do?
No, if I need to use a piece, like because I'm real pissed off about something, it'll just be a lot of ink. It'll be really messy. Like just
yeah.
Like if you ever see out of my pieces where it's just I just flung a bunch of shit at the canvas, that I was probably really mad about that or something.
Yeah.
Or probably anxious, one of the two. They go hand in hand. What about you, Mog?
Me? If I'm raged, I just get really slow drawing. I'm trying to capture each moment of the rage. And just really slow everything down and you just linger in it. But the best way for me is just listen to a lot of heavy metal. I just love. I think that's why I love a lot of.
Dude, I love heavy metal.
Oh, you like heavy metal too? Okay.
Yeah, I love heavy metal.
It really just soothes my soul. It just soothes me. I don't know why. It just soothes that temper. And I think I think Fang Fang told me I didn't know what genre it was because I love listening to it, but he told me it's trap music. You know what that is? Trap music? I've never.
I'm not sure.
It's just really hardcore rap mixed in with hard rock and hard heavy metal.
Oh, I know what you're talking about. Yeah, I just didn't know about the name.
Yeah. I didn't know that name. I didn't know that genre even existed, but yeah.
Yeah, I'll listen to just about any music, but mostly I avoid what is it? Country.
Oh yeah.
Oh, come on.
I mean, I'll listen to like Johnny Cash or like what is it? The was it the Highwayman? But
Yeah. Wait, Highwayman. That's isn't it Glenn Campbell?
I think so.
Yeah.
I don't know, but I tried listening because people were saying you gotta listen to very soothing music, right? So I listened to some like chicks, like girls, because they're softer energetic, like they're singing like beautifully, like stuff like that, and it just makes me even angrier, like irritates me. I don't know why. I have to. Most of the singers that I listen to are just very masculine, like really raw energy, just like they're just raging. And I just feel happy when I'm listening to somebody just really angry next to me. Because it's like they're raging for me. So I'm like, okay, that's just how I process it. I don't know. Do you guys relate at all? Or
That's
except
that's
Granda,
very
of course.
that's very much what blues is, where it's just like if you're sad listening to blues, it's like okay, so I'm not the only one that's heartbroken. Somebody else is like that.
Oh, dang. I
That's
don't
how
know.
country music was before. It used to be like all sad and everything, and they used to like make fun of it because it was just like sad music. But that's changed now.
See, the good country though is back when they used to tell stories.
Okay,
There was,
yeah,
it was very,
yeah, I
it was
agree.
very
Yeah.
story oriented. Yeah.
I love.
Yeah, I don't
interesting.
listen to the modern stuff, but
Wow, you're hardcore. I didn't know you like country. Like, who do you like listening to?
But that's the way a lot of songs back then were stories. Okay, now they're not so much.
yeah. Oh, they're
But
real
it's not
slow.
just country music, it's just about every music is the same.
Yeah.
What? Granda?
It's not just country music that has abandoned music that is all about long stories and complex stories. Just music now, DJ just you look at the lyrics of any song, it's just like 3 lines and that's it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Very short. Not much. There's not much storytelling in there anymore.
Yeah, you never know what's going to be playing. Do what?
Oh, I was gonna say maybe rap. It still has a kind of a lyric, a story, and poetry. I don't know for me. So, but yeah.
These guys are picking on me in the comments.
Oh, speaking of this is a total off the topic, but have you guys ever had it where you're invited to a panel to talk? Like, at a convention, they're like, oh, we want you to be at this panel and then talk in front of people for like an hour. You guys ever did it? I'm sure Granda, you did that, right?
Yeah, but since like I told you, the comic scene here in Colombia is very small. I get invited to almost every comic event to talk about my experience working in the States.
Yeah. Do you get like stage fright?
All right, what?
Huh?
Do I get?
No, stage fright. Like your heart starts going boom, 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 before you start talking, like that. Like, you okay? Or
No, my mentality is always the same. I have like a philosophy that the people you are going to talk to, you are not never going to see them again. So why do you get nervous? And if you see them again, they probably will become friends. So why become nervous?
interesting. Anyway, yeah, I was invited just like this last week. Was it last week though? To WonderCon in LA to talk to two panels.
Yeah.
And I didn't prepare anything because I'm usually like that. I don't really prepare for anything. And I didn't even know what the panel title was until 15, 20 minutes before the show. I mean, before the panel, I'm like, oh, what is this called? And it just says represent comic creator, something like that. So I'm like, okay. I do comics, so I can talk about this. And then I go in, and I was happy because it wasn't just me talking. It was three other people who were also going to be talking. And I'm like, oh yeah, heck yeah, this is great. And then I see my friend who's sitting at the far corner, and then I'm like, oh, I feel so comfortable. And then I sit next to I'm not sitting in the middle, right? And then on the far right, this lady, the panel starts and she starts talking. And turns out she's an actress, right? So it's getting like big time. I'm like, whoa. And then the next guy next to me is an actor, like doing Nightwing and Ultraman and all this stuff. And I'm like, at that point, when it was my turn, I'm like, why am I here? What's going on? I'm so serious. Why am I with these actors? What the fuck? I was freaking out. And like, okay, it's your turn to introduce yourself. I'm like, oh my God, I'm an artist. I did this talk. And I was like scared. But I think that's why they're actresses and actors for a reason. They're very good at social skills.
Yeah.
So I don't know, putting up a performance. So they made me feel super comfortable because everything I just say, and I'm thinking I'm saying crap, and sometimes my voice is shaking because I'm nervous. But the guy next to me, the actor, he kept saying, "Wow, so good, Mom. Wow, that's really good." So you have someone like that keep encouraging you, just start to feel like, oh, okay, I'm kind of comfortable. This is great. So
Well, they had to be people persons, right?
yeah, that's what I realized. They really have to be a people person just so they really have that likability, charisma turned up, the actors.
Well,
So it was,
one of them is an extrovert, and the other one is an introvert. So you have like two different spectrums there, right? But they both know that they need to be able to talk in public.
yeah. But during the conversation, the topic came about like how did your life or whatever, what were your influences that shaped you to become an artist? So I was kind of talking about how I used to live in Japan and Korea, and because of that, Japan and Korea is a heavily like anime and manga influence type of industry, right? So I was like, okay. And then I remember talking about, yeah, I was a survivor of one of the earthquakes at the time. They called it Kobe earthquake. It was really big. And then it was during the 90s that I survived that. And then I talked about that a little bit. But after the show, this guy came up to me and he was at first I thought he was a cosplaying because he looked like he was wearing like Darth Vader type of stuff in his arm. But the more I looked at him closely, he was wearing prosthetics
Oh.
because he was a burn victim. So he was just burnt, right? And I was just really fascinated by the guy, and he said, "I just want to say your panel really was interesting me, and he wanted to thank me for it because he said and I asked him what part did you like about it? Oh, when you talked about the earthquake and how you survived that. And this guy is incredible. He told me his story in 2019. He was in an airplane, and then the airplane crashed, and he survived that. And that's why he has all these burns on his body. And he showed me a video of himself where 5 years ago he couldn't even walk because you think about it, your extremities, like your fingertips and all of that, is like burnt off, literally, right? And he shows himself like barely trying to even walk. And then another video 5 years later, him running, him able to like jog around. And he said, you know what? Like I do a podcast called, I think, Sick Burn Chris. His name is Chris. And he said that he talks about he wants to invite people to talk about like what happens after you experience something devastating that you couldn't control, right? Like a traumatic
Yeah.
experience or something. And then he said, I would like you to come to my show and talk about the experience. And I was just blown away. So sometimes like stuff like that happens, and I just realized, oh, it's good to get out of the house, Grande. Don't stay in the house. You might meet amazing people like that.
The other day, yeah, and you have to socialize a little bit. Like I told you, my nearest neighbor is, I don't know, a quarter of a mile away, something like that. And the other day, I was also alone in my house, and I don't know why my wife was away, but I was eating, and I decided to make a big piece of steak, and I was very happy eating until the moment that I choked, and I just thought to myself, okay, that's it. There is no one here to save me. By the time I get to my neighbor, I'm gonna be dead. Then I managed to uh, do the Heimlich maneuver on myself. But yeah, you need a little people around you to save you in those kind of emergencies.
Yeah. But I don't know, Brad. Yeah, I bet you because I relate to you about being alone a lot, and I like being alone. I don't know. I bet you if I do go to your house and then we have a chit chat, like you're actually pretty social and you do like people and you talk, right?
Yeah.
I'm like Caleb and Jyn here. Like, Jyn, if I go to your house, would you even talk to me? Or would you just give me a glass of Coke and say, "Okay, Mog, here's a glass of Coke."
It has a little cup that you can use those art supplies. Go sit there in the corner and do whatever you want.
Yeah, and
See you in 6 hours.
Yeah, and she won't even give me ice. She's like, "You want ice? It's in the freezer. Get it." If I go to your house, Grande, you'll be like, "Oh, hey, here's some tea I made from these flowers, and would you like some?" Like, oh, okay.
Yeah, because I'm a hermit, but I'm not an asshole.
Oh, really? Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's the thing. Because I really like my alone time, but also when you find people that you really like, you also like to spend time with them.
Exactly. Me too.
Yeah.
You know, I can feel it. You have very good energy. Not that I'm saying you guys don't have good energy, Jyn and Caleb, but yeah, Grande. Yeah. I don't know. So I don't know. I think did we talk about this before? But I think Jyn, you were the only girl. I think Caleb, you were the only boy, right? And then Grande, you had sisters, right?
I have a sister. I'm in the middle. We are four sons. Yeah. There is my big brother. Then there is me. There is my sister, and I have another little brother. Well, literally, she's almost 40 now, but you know.
What's it? You're apart from the little one.
You say that again?
What's your years of difference between the last one of you?
Oh, it's about 10 years. Yeah. My big brother, he's 3 years older than me. My sister is 10 years younger, and my little brother is a little over 10 years younger.
This is all from the same parents?
No, I'm the only one from my father. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
You guys got along?
Yeah, a little bit of a personal story, a really big personal story. All my brothers are from the same father. One day, my mother decided to make him jealous, and here I am.
Oh.
Are you sure you're not from the same father? Okay.
No.
Okay. Interesting. So I guess her strategy it worked. Like your father.
Yeah, it kind of worked.
And he stuck with her. after
No,
you?
that's the thing. No, yeah, that's a little bit of a complicated story, but yeah, he was kind of a ladies' man, so he made another family, and then made another family, and then made another family.
Mm, interesting. So do you end up being like growing up because of that? Is loyalty very important to you?
Not really. No.
Oh,
It's,
wow.
besides, I always thought my brothers not like half brothers; they are just my brothers.
Awesome. It's kind of similar story. I mean, except for the parents part for me. I'm also four siblings. I'm number two. Because you're number two,
Yeah.
right? Yeah.
Yeah.
See, that's why
Yeah.
you and I have good energy. I'm just joking. Just joking. It's not for real, guys.
I don't know. To be honest, the for me it's kind of a myth the brooding miserable artists. All the artists I have met really have good energy and they are really fun to talk to. Some are a little shy, yeah, but not. It's more like introvert than shy. I haven't met any artist that is an asshole of is just looking up to be all by himself and doesn't talk to anyone and just is depressed all the time. Almost all the artists I've met have really good energy.
You know what? I'm wondering.
And I
That's
think it's because
the culture, right? Colombia.
I don't know if it's that. I think it's because as an artist, you're actually putting yourself out there. You're showing your work, and there's that fear of like, will it be accepted or not? I think that's the comment. But however, I have met artists that are just really full of themselves. I'm not going to say any names, but there are artists out there that really are.
Okay, I have met one artist that I was one of my idols, and when I met him, I was really, really, really disappointed of him.
Yeah, I've told Mog that be careful in meeting some of your artists that you like because you may get disappointed.
On the other hand, people always told me that Eric Larsen was an asshole. And I met him, and he was the nicest people I spoke to in that convention when I met him.
I will say this: you caught him at a good time. I've met Eric several times, but this was like before he got really, really big.
Yeah.
But I think
I agree.
And I've always wondered about that too, because when he started making a name for himself, he was kind of like coming off on the heels of McFarlane on Spider-Man. So it's kind of a hard act to follow.
Yeah. No, but I met him in 2010, I think. In New York Comic Con. And it was very nice because that was the second year I went to the convention to show my portfolio.
Yeah.
And I showed it to almost all the companies, but I was focused on Marvel and DC.
Yeah.
And I showed my portfolio to them, and they did check it out. I think it was Ricky Pruden, and the other one was Stevie Cebulski that saw my art.
Yeah.
And they didn't say anything. They just saw the portfolio, and that's it.
Wow.
And I just kept showing there, and I went to the image booth, and I talked to Eric. He was there, and he just saw my art, and he was just okay. Did you show this to DC? Yeah. Did you show this to Marvel? Yeah. And what did they tell you? They didn't tell me anything. Those are come here. Let me show you everything you have wrong in this portfolio, so you can come back next year and do a better job. And he spent with me almost an hour showing me everything that was wrong in my portfolio. And it was really, really great.
Wow.
See that part.
He must have really liked you.
I don't know, because I think maybe that's part of reputation. Maybe he can be brutally honest and he's trying to be helpful, and some people might take that like offensively, So maybe that's why he has a reputation of being mean now. Could it be that?
Yeah, maybe because most people say that they want to honest opinion and they really don't.
Yeah, they're scared, but yeah.
Right, it's 8:30. Let's go around the room and see where everybody stands. Let's start with you. Okay, we got Jyn there. And Jyn currently has a bid of 275 from Mike.
Wow.
Asbill.
Look at that hair.
Thank you.
Look at that hair. Yeah.
And the lieutenant just took that to 300.
Thank you, guys.
Okay.
It's so worth it, guys, by the way.
Okay, let's go to Mog, who currently has a bid of $68.95 from Stevie B.
Okay. Just don't bid on it. I'll keep this my
He didn't want to. He's waiting for somebody to put that 69 on there. And that is on a 9x12. $68.95 is the bid so far on that from Stevie B. And then now let's go to Caleb, who has a 150 bid from the lieutenant for the 11x17 Magic. I know there's a lot of great pieces here tonight.
Is that the brushwork you're talking about? The half tone around it? The
Yeah.
distortion. Oh.
All right, and then last but not least, we have Granda, who's working on a Popeye. We can take a look at that. And then we're still looking for a bit of whoa, that's some Popeye. We're still looking for a opening bid of 260. Now, you're not just going to get this piece, but you are going to get 4 additional pieces. You're going to get this Geek Girl cover. You have the homage to Red Sonja and Wonder Woman. And this is in the Iraqna cover, which I really like.
Yeah, I like
And then this last piece, for all that, $260 plus shipping. Looking for the opening bid of that. And Ilya takes, thank you for that, Ilya.
I think it's 260, Ilya. Yeah. What made you do that one, Father?
And this other piece, homage to horror, is to the horror girls, is you can just claim this for 300.
Yeah.
Is that correct? Okay.
Yeah, this is for an illustration book that is going to be published here in Colombia. It's going to be horror on the small and big screen. And I just wanted to do, I love drawing women, so
yeah,
I wanted to do something really specific because everyone was supposed to pick a character, just one character.
Yeah.
And I just say, oh, I want to do something special. I want to do Elvira. So it's very representative of horror on TV. But if I do Elvira, I have to do Vampira. And how can I do those two without doing Lily and Morticia? And then I just keep adding characters.
Oh, so that was your idea. Awesome.
Yeah.
All right. So, and if you haven't yet, put in #EXP comic fan, and when we come back, we will do the free giveaways after this short commercial break.
We don't do a commercial break. Remember the second half.
The second half went by already, Mog. We're already on the last. Yeah.
Yeah, you're into the third half now, Mog.
Oh, sorry. My bad.
All right. So we'll be right back after this commercial break.
We know you probably get a lot of emails, but could you please make sure to sign up for our mailing list? We don't send a lot of emails, and we try not to bother you. We just want to give you the best information about all the cool stuff that's going on around here. Sign up on our website, theexplive.com.
Boring old Tuesday.
Kick it! Hey, let's get to it.
Henri Copen scours collections and comic shops to bring you the biggest deals on beautiful comics.
I'm very eager to sell these books.
Plus, he smashes those other boring sale shows. Henri's got fire, excitement, personality, key books, FOMO books.
Fix it! FOMO books for you.
A cute dog. weird accents.
69, bro!
A wheel of skid bark?
They do wheel spins at the end of every show.
You'll laugh, you'll cry, you'll score huge bargains.
That is Hawk Tua magic right there, all right?
Kicking it with Henri, Tuesday nights, part of the experience. Sure, comic books are beautiful, but underneath, there's something more authentic and exciting. The original art. See the pencils, the lines, the shading, as if you were there in the studio watching the artist work. Getting a peek at comics' backstage is easy with the original art experience.
All right, Friday night, guys. Thank you for being here. To be doing anything, the fact that you're here means the world to me.
Nick's pieces are always value priced with your budget in mind, for the beginning collector to the veteran.
And this is gorgeous. You got Aquaman and Mira.
Join the original art experience with Nick and our friendly crew of regulars, even if it's just to enjoy the art. Fridays at 7. It's all part of the experience.
Oh, the main man is gone. Maybe there was a very quick.
Looks like Mel went for cookies.
Or bathroom break. So let's
Or,
find out.
oh, the guns got cold.
Oh. Oh, he had to put it. Yeah. You guys are so morbid. Yeah. Probably they're done. So.
All right. If you haven't yet hit that follow button, that way we can continue, or you can continue to see Sketch Up every Thursdays at 7 p.m. Pacific. Stevie B writes, glad it was an entertaining show. Was up early to pick up my sister at the airport. Had to forego my usual 2 a.m. viewing of Mannix.
Wow. Thank you guys. Thank you for liking it.
Yeah. All right, we're going to do this giveaway now.
Yeah, giveaway.
And what's the first giveaway we're going to do, Kyle? Do you have that? So if you haven't yet, put in £EXP.
Sorry, Mel. I was getting the giveaway tool pulled up here.
Okay.
First giveaway, if you can show the folks, I do not have them loaded up on screen.
Okay, you don't have it loaded
yet.
up?
No, but I can.
Okay.
I can give it. I can give if you give me like 2 minutes. I can do it.
Okay, that's fine. Yeah, we'll give you that time. I
Yeah,
don't have
so
them quite
that
in
gives
front
people
of
2
me
minutes
either.
to get entered.
All right, yeah. So go ahead and put that in there. And while we're waiting for that, so I can tell you about next week. We have. God, I hope I say this name right. I'm not really sure how to pronounce it. Iggy Mikniaki. Okay, will be here next week, and he will be joined with Mr. Fish. Will be back here. We haven't seen him in a while, and Les Lyndon Garner. I don't know if you guys saw him the last time, but very, very entertaining guy. He's also got a project that's going to be launching soon called Brides, and the artwork on that looks amazing.
Exquisite. Exquisite
Huh?
artwork. I say it's exquisite artwork because he also does a lot of
Exquisite
black
art.
and white. Yeah.
Yeah, well, this one's in color. It's called Brides, right? Kind of like the Brides of I think Dracula. It looks interesting. Thank you for that bid, Mike. $325 on for Jyn.
Woohoo, Jyn. You're killing it.
Yeah, he's doing a bid war there. But next week also, the show will be hosted by Sarah White. So while Mog and I will be out in Chicago doing C2E2. So, but I'm going to try to watch the show because I'm really interested to hear what these guys have to say. And so, if anything, I'm going to be in the comments if I can get away. So you can look for me there and try to keep it alive, right?
All right, Mel, can I plug tomorrow's Order Up show?
Yes, go ahead.
Tomorrow at 10 o'clock Pacific, 1 o'clock Eastern, we have the Order Up show, which is our final order cutoff show. So it's your last chance to find out what's on order at your local comic shop, so you can head into your shop and tell them, hey, I want to get the Caleb cover of Spawn or whatever is available this week on order. That show is at 10 o'clock East or 10 o'clock Pacific, 1 o'clock Eastern, and our guest will be Tony Fleece of Stray Dogs and Feral and Uncanny Valley fame. So he will be our guest tomorrow on that show. Tomorrow on the original art show, Nick is doing a comic art fans special. So we'll have art from the fans of comic art fans. They're sending in their pieces that they're proud of to show off. And we'll be talking about the comic art fans community. And then Nancy will be here tomorrow night on Friday Night Live with Nancy McCann. She has some stuff going as far back as the 1950s for sale on her show tomorrow. So make sure you tune in and check that out. And then outbid me because I will be in the comments trying to buy the stuff from the 50s.
Yeah, we have it. Keep up with the bidding here. All right, are we ready to do the giveaways?
Yeah, let's do it.
We are ready to do giveaways. So let's do first up is the sticker pack.
Okay.
This is a sticker pack from Priscilla Wilson.
And if you see her, she's very popular at the cons. Has a very nice setup and does these very nice, artwork. So we're lucky to have this.
All right, here we go.
And that sticker pack is going to go to Ryan Riley. Thank you for coming and watching the show today.
All right. Up next, we have the Hawk of New York convention special signed by creator Randall Bishop, Bobby Nash, and Mark Wright.
There you go.
I like it that you sent me this information, Mel, so I know what I'm putting up on screen here. And
I'm trying to be more complete.
Well, and I can be like, I can do the whole voice of God thing. So you can manage the bids and I can manage the giveaways. Because the bids are getting crazy over there in the comments.
They are. They're crazy tonight. Space Case Collectibles. Okay. Make sure you fill out the form, Space Case, because I was not able to get your information last week.
Yep.
Let's see
I will put the form in the comments here in a minute. And last up, should we do the last one?
That's right.
Yeah.
This is a very special one.
Personalized Venom postcard from Mog and Mel. Mel, what did you personalize on the Venom postcard?
Well, what it's going to be is that we're going to, we'll write a message on the back of the postcard, kind of like, we're sending a postcard out to you personally. So that's what I mean by personalized. Okay.
Oh, see, I thought this was like Mog did like a remark and you were going to like color it or something.
Oh, hey, that would be cool to put a remark on that. Hey, yeah, all right.
I think I will do that.
Mog gets to put a remark on the postcard, and I will put a message on the back of the postcard.
No.
It will be
You're gonna color it.
Addressed to you. There's nothing to color, Mog.
Okay,
all right, here we go.
Write the back.
Here we go. Venom postcard with a remark and my personal message.
Yay.
Kenneth Bird gets
Congrats,
that.
Kenneth.
Fantastic. That's going to go all the way to Virginia, I believe. There we go. 225 on the Magic. Going out to Chris I.
All right. I'm putting the link in the comments right now. If you are a winner or you wind up with the highest bid at the end of the night, please make sure to fill out this form so that Mel can send you your stuff.
Yeah.
Otherwise, everybody gets to keep it and you don't get it.
And we got 250 on Magic. And we have 425 on Catwoman. We're still looking for an opening bid on the Popeye package. And
You guys like
Mog's Electra is holding at $68.95. Thank you, everybody, for all those bids. $68.95.
my God.
Nobody wants to take it at $69 this time. Okay. I think I'm getting caught up now. If not, I'll probably end up watching the video again all over, just to make sure everything is verified properly. And there we go. Okay. Even if we have your information, please fill out the form anyway, because it helps us to confirm everything and that it's going where it needs to go properly. And Catwoman just goes to 450. Mike takes that so far.
That's
And
awesome.
Steve Vendetta. Mel, is it 69 degrees over there in Paradise tonight? It's actually, I think it's below 69. Actually, that's the reason why I'm wearing a freaking jacket tonight. If you haven't seen that, the form is coming, so you can watch for that. All right, let's go around the room once again, and we can take a look at what everybody's bidding on. Let's start with Jyn's Catwoman, currently at 450 from Mike. There you go. It's in color.
Wow. Look at that hair. It's like magazine quality.
Yeah.
You know?
Thanks, Chris. Oh, there we go. Derek showing us his 69. Now let's go. Let's take a look at Magic. That has a current bid of 250 from Chris I. And if we can we get a good look at that?
Yeah.
Caleb?
Wow. Is there like a moon at the back?
Wow.
I don't know. I like drawing circles. So I just throw them wherever I can.
It's very zen of you, Caleb.
Thank you.
Very nice. Very nice. Okay, then Mog, your Electra. I know when you can do hair that looks nice.
Mm-hmm.
To me, if you can get the hair and the eyes right, some other stuff can be forgiving. Okay.
I thought it was all about the lips with you.
Well, for me it is, but in general, I think with everybody else, because the first thing that always tends to attract my eyes is the eyes, But I do like looking at the lips because there's more character I can see out on the lips.
I thought you told me you're an ass person.
Okay,
no?
There's a difference between physical and
physical.
art.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Don't get the two mixed up.
I thought they're the same. Oh, okay.
No, the way I look at art is different from the way I look at women.
Oh.
All right. And now we have the Popeye. Working on some forearm muscles, triceps and biceps. A lot of detail in that. Looking for 260 with the additional pieces. You will have, forget what this piece is again.
Piero.
This is Pirouette.
Pirouette. Okay, there you go.
Pirouette.
And then we have the Geek Girl cover. and then the Rachna cover, and then the homage to Wonder Woman and Red Sonja. All that for $260 plus shipping.
That's insanity.
That's a deal. Mel, let's see. Ilya writes, Mel looks at women like he looks at cake. Not really.
No, Ilya, you'll be surprised. Mel is hella picky. So yeah.
Yeah, I
I'm
think
talking
this
about
comes with my own
women,
age.
not
Yeah,
cake.
I am very picky.
He is hella picky when it comes to women. So
This is for anyone who loves women and school.
Horror women. And that's a classic piece with a lot of skulls. And that is looking to be claimed at 300 only. For only 300.
Ooh, yes. I think that piece is gorgeous, by the
That
way.
piece is very gorgeous.
Yeah. I love that piece.
Mel is a window shopper. No, I really don't look at through the windows anymore.
Are you serious? Window shopping, Ilya? He goes in the store. Are you curious?
I don't even go
are you
into.
thinking?
You know, I can't even remember the last time I've been to a mall. Okay, I know it's got to be over 10 years by now. Okay, I'm not into the shopping thing anymore.
I don't know. I think you love shopping. It doesn't have to be.
I used to
shopping.
like shopping a lot.
Yeah.
But yeah.
It's not a bad thing. I'm not saying you shouldn't be ashamed. It's not a bad thing. It's a good thing. That way, when I give you a list to buy stuff, you just go out and buy for me, right? Like Jyn.
Yeah. So lately, I've been doing a lot of the shopping, which is a lot of grocery shopping. And Mog just pretty much stays home.
Yeah, it's actually not good. You need to get out more. Yeah.
Yeah. I do. I'm also waiting for the warmer weather so that way I can start going out and doing more like riding the bikes and so forth. Yeah.
Oh, I was talking.
All right, so we have 3 more minutes left. So get your bids in. Currently have $275 on Magic, $450 on Catwoman. We're looking for the opening bid of $260 on the Popeye package. And Electra is still holding at $68.95. Lieutenant takes Magic to $300.
Woohoo! Yeah. By the way, Caleb
you,
is
guys.
an amazing artist. So he, you did cover it before, but just in case for people who are dropping by right now, Caleb entered the Spawnuary, is it called? I don't know.
Yes, Spawnuary. Yeah.
Yes, and he was picked number 1, and his stuff becomes a cover. By the way, guys, he's a legit Spawn artist now. So
yeah.
So what you're getting from him, this dope magic he's doing, is killer, guys.
Thank you.
It's definitely well worth the 300 there.
Yeah.
Actually, everything here is well worth. And we got 2 more minutes before you guys get your final bids in. Tell your friends. Bring your family members the next time. Have them all hit that follow button. Give us the likes. Chris I takes Magic to 325.
Nice, Chris.
Continuing to climb. And we got 1 minute left.
Yep, 350 for Magic.
Lieutenant takes
There's
it back
a little
to
bit more.
350.
375 for Magic. Nice.
All right, don't forget to fill that form out.
Whoa, 400 for Magic.
What the hell's going on?
Caleb, you just touched your mouth. Caleb.
It's just a typical night, Caleb. Okay, once again, I want to thank everybody for joining us tonight. It was definitely a whole lot of fun. Thank you, Granda. I know that you have to be putting in some hours to get in on our time. So thank you very much for that.
Especially you. Yeah.
And definitely want to have you back again and find out more about Rachna, where that's going, and getting into her origin. Caleb, we're going to see you around at the cons eventually, hopefully.
Yeah.
Are you going to Denver?
You know what? They haven't confirmed it with us yet. I'm hoping so that we can get into that one, because Denver is definitely a show that we like, and we like the people there. So hopefully that can happen.
That's the only show I'm going to this year. After,
Huh?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. It's just I got a lot of projects I want to work on, and after traveling all year last year, kind of tired.
Yeah, I hear you on that, because we're trying to cut down. Denver is in the beginning of July. It usually runs around the July 4th weekend. Right?
Yeah.
That's a good show to go to, Ilya, if you want to go to it. Okay. Definitely one of our favorites. Right?
Beautiful.
And Jyn, once again, you are the queen of Sketch Up. Okay.
Yes.
You got 450 and the Catwoman. Right. Thanks again, everyone, for joining us. And be sure you join us next week. And when we have Iggy, I'm not going to say that name, I can't pronounce it right, plus Mr. Fish and Lyndon as well. Okay. All a great group, guys, and they're going to be hosted by Sarah White. All right. You guys take care. We'll see you in a couple of weeks. Take care.
Join the party. Head over to our link tree to find all the links for everywhere the experience is all the time.